Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
It is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor, somewhere. Dad's safe. Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library. Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. Dad's book about immortality myths. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing.
Well.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start. Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but this is probably my one of Dad's Yoruba masks, a gift from It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did. This is Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor. The door to the library, locked. There's got to be another way through. Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Hi, Dad.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time. The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix. A phoenix fig.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see.
We've been through this.
Locked.
Was
Need a
Mum's
key
room
to
in here?
open this.
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Look at the compass. Thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Not...
Just thinking about discovering faraway places. About finding adventure.
Another one of Dad. Got to remember to pack this for my next trip. Should be able to explore the dark now.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place. I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Amelia.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose...
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
Dad loved a good box.
Dad, this is it. The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there. See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on!
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make... water damage from the main hall above. This bust of Anubis. Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated. Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful. It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead...
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family... Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now. Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life? One of Winston. I remember...
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time. Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire. I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid. This is my handy. Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures. This should help me read the map. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. X marks the spot, as they say. The master key. This should get me into the West Wing. All right. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the forbidden West Wing. I think there might be more clues to find in the library. The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think... Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing. Need to search the rest of the manor for the clues to the combination.
Amelia.
Croft family craft. Worse than I thought. This is strangely beautiful.
I believe.
At least that old thing still works. Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is... Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. Their anniversary was in October. Which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. My mother's perfume. This is Dad.
After everything
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precise.
has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
Okay, Laura, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. Untouched for years, exactly as she left it. I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember. Mum with me as a baby. I've never... Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite? Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived. I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you
No,
need
that
it.
didn't work. The answer has to be in the clue. Well, let's hope. Okay.
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
I believe it took... I return...
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you old fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite...
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I? I remember this. Dad gave it. I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should.
Three for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No.
Forgot.
I believe it took this trip.
That didn't work. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. That worked. It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page. Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important. A hidden message. This was always one of my...
Lara.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It's... Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was
King
always
to
so
Queen
patient
1.
with me.
We're going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
That worked. Damn, locked in. Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Richard.
Dad's collected knowledge. Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings. There's an inscription. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor? Might be able to use this to access other... Dad's Tibetans. You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. This was part of...
Hi.
My...
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to king 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Incredible. This crypt was here all along. My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
What's this? A letter. I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.